Zealand Football say they're cautiously optimistic about where their bid stands after confirmation of an increase in teams for the next Women's World Cup. Following the success of this year's tournament in France, global governing body FIFA has announced the 2023 tournament will expand from 24 to 32 teams. Now that's left New Zealand and the 8 other countries who have registered to submit hosting bids needing to now re-evaluate those bids if they want to remain in contention. Those decisions hinge on updated hosting requirements, which are expected to be provided by FIFA before the 19th of August. Sports reporter Clay Wilson spoke to New Zealand Football Chief Executive Andrew Pragna about the expansion news and started by asking him how it changed things with their bid.
Obviously, 8 more teams is going to change things a bit. In early conversations with FIFA, they indicated it may not change the compliance that much, but actually the devil is always in the detail on these things. And so what they haven't done yet is send out the change in specifications of hosting requirements. And so that document's due with us before the 19th of August or in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. And we'll be pushing for earlier. So we really need to take stock of that and if actually the compliance requirements and specifications around stadiums, training sites, accommodation have changed, then that'll give us a clear steer on where our bid's at.
Just initially, any thoughts on how much it does affect your overall chances of being successful?
Yeah, I guess I'm a mix of being cautiously optimistic and also a realist. So I hope that FIFA have taken good account of the effort, that 9 countries have put into their bids to date. And, we were planning on submitting our bid on the 4th of October. So optimistic, but also realise things could change. So I'll reserve judgment until I see that document. But, to date, all of the work that we've had working groups working closely with FIFA staff, they've been really positive about our bid. We've certainly received a lot of positive feedback from a lot of countries who'd like to see New Zealand host it. So I still think we're in a good position, but the specification document will tell all.
Do you believe you've got some wiggle room there in terms of not only the stadiums, which are obviously key, but like you mentioned there, other facilities such as accommodation? I mean, how much wiggle room do you have above and beyond what you already have tabled?
I'd like to think so, but until I see the documents, I know that obviously, with football being a global game, and if there's a real appetite from FIFA to see their premier events played in all parts of the world, there has to be flexibility. Otherwise, we're only going to see a few countries host events as significant as this. So, and I'd also like to think actually that this is potentially, given the size of the event, our last opportunity to host it, that some flexibility would be applied. But I guess we'll see when that document comes out.
Is that how you're viewing it, that this is perhaps your last opportunity to host a major FIFA event and you want to pour as much resource and time into it to try and make it successful?
Yeah, look, obviously we need to walk hand in hand with the government in terms of making sure we approach the bid with some caution, if you like. But actually, you're right. We're of the view that this event is effectively growing exponentially, doubling in size, cycle on cycle. 2027, if it continues to grow at this rate, which everyone would anticipate it will, it would be out of our reach as is the Men's World Cup. To host it as a sole country. Sure, we'll be able to host age-grade events again, as we have done successfully in the past, but we don't think we could, as a sole country, host an event of this size and scale in 2027 at this stage.
New Zealand Football Chief Executive Andrew Pragna there speaking to Clay Wilson about their prospective bid for the 2023 Women's World Cup. Confirmation of the official host nation is set to be announced in May next year.